Good morning. Very nicely done. I'm Dr. Ron Ben-Ari. I have the honor of serving as the Senior Associate Dean for Medical Education at the Keck School of Medicine of USC. It is my privilege to welcome family members, friends, and colleagues to the white coat ceremony of the class of 2029. Our role as faculty is to demonstrate for students that the fundamental basis of medicine exists in the healing relationship, the relationship between a physician and their patient. Independent of all other pressures we face, respect for this relationship and commitment to the ideals of our profession are essentials of medicine. We are assembled here today to officially welcome our first-year students to the practice of medicine. At this time, I would like to introduce the Keck School of Medicine leadership, medical education associate and assistant deans, and faculty who are present today as members of the platform party. Colleagues, please stand briefly as your name is called. Audience, please hold your applause until the members of the platform party have been introduced. Vice Dean for Medical Education and Chair, Department of Medical Education, Dr. Donna Elliott. Senior Vice President for Health Affairs, Dr. Stephen Shapiro. Associate Dean for Student Affairs, Dr. Gregory Harlan. Assistant Dean for Admissions, Dr. Kevin Fung. Assistant Dean for Career Advising, Dr. Emily Rose. Assistant Dean for Curriculum, Dr. Kevin Nash. Assistant Dean for Clinical Curriculum, Dr. David Diller. Assistant Dean for Medical Student Research, Dr. Jeffrey Riddell. Assistant Dean for Medical Education, Dr. Kathy Jalali. Assistant Dean for Assessment and Research in Medical Education, Dr. Chachi Fung. Course Co-Director, Introduction to Clinical Medicine, Dr. Vicki Dunn. Course Co-Director, Introduction to Clinical Medicine, Dr. Catherine Joseph. Course Director, Health Justice and Systems of Care, Dr. Ronan Hallowell. Thank you all for being here. It is with great pleasure that I introduce Dr. Carolyn Meltzer, Dean of the Keck School of Medicine of USC and the John and May Hoovel Dean's Chair in Medicine. Dr. Meltzer, I present to you the class of 2029.
Welcome, class of 2029. On behalf of the Keck School of Medicine, it's truly my honor to help mark this milestone on your journey to become physicians. I'd like to share the words of Hippocrates. Wherever the art of medicine is loved, there is also a love of humanity. The journey to becoming a physician is one that is challenging, fulfilling, and a deep and humbling honor. We're in a position to serve people at both their most vital and most vulnerable moments, bridging scientific evidence and human connection. Even when we give a patient a frightening diagnosis, the pace of research allows us to offer them hope and let them know we are their partners on the road ahead. Many seek purpose and passion in their lives. We physicians, even in our darkest hours, always carry the joy and purpose in our work. And here at the Keck School, we will be with you every step of the way as you discover your passion within your chosen field, whether it be surgery, neurology, internal medicine, or any other specialty. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge that these are challenging times in higher education, biomedical research, and healthcare. But in challenging times, opportunities also present themselves. And I believe your time here will be a learning opportunity like no other. First, with our collaboration and breadth of experience, you will be prepared to lead in whatever path you choose. And that path will be your own as you take advantage of USC's ecosystem of 23 schools and training sites, including Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, LA General Medical Center, USC Norris Comprehensive Cancer Center, and Keck Hospital of USC's Quaternary Care. You will learn to work in interprofessional teams of providers in a range of care settings. Second is our igniting discovery mindset. We ask tough questions here at the Keck School, and we have an ambitious goal to deliver exceptional, personalized, and compassionate care through the latest treatments and research breakthroughs. From advancing Alzheimer's care to restoring damaged hearts, and even to restoring sight to those with age-related macular degeneration, we're pushing forward with transformational medicine. And we're harnessing the power of artificial intelligence to accelerate these discoveries and bring them into the patient care setting faster than ever. You'll be part of this important and ongoing translational work. I have no concern that AI will replace physicians, but I do believe that the physician who uses AI will replace the one who does not. Third, and related, I believe the Keck School is special because we take on the toughest clinical cases. Each year, 150 institutions refer their most complex cases to our clinicians. Surgeons from the Keck School and UCLA recently performed the world's first inhuman bladder transplant, an advance that is poised to bring life-saving treatment to so many. You'll be learning from cases like these during your time here. These experiences will prepare you to deliver best-in-class care and to lead innovation in the care you provide throughout your careers. So class of 2029, I hope you'll take this opportunity of today's special day to celebrate and to look ahead. Wear your white coats with honor and humility. You've chosen a courageous profession. Today, physicians stand on the front lines of some of the most challenging and dynamic questions of our time. You'll need to lean in to hold on to those core values symbolized by your white coat: knowledge, professionalism, humanism. It is both a privilege and an important responsibility to serve in a healing profession. Thank you for all the hard work that has brought you to this point today. And many thanks to all the colleagues, friends, and family members who've supported your education and training. Congratulations to each of you, and welcome to a new academic year. Now I have the pleasure of introducing USC's interim president, Byung-Soo Kim. Since his appointment in July, Byung has inspired the university with his vision of elevating academic excellence in the classroom and studio, in the exam room, and in the labs, generating life-saving research and innovation. During a time of significant change in higher education, he's aligned our health science schools and health system through his collaborative approach. And even on his second day in office, he visited our health sciences campus and shared his vision for exciting opportunities and possibilities that lay ahead. And Byung's leadership continues to advance the life-saving work that begins at the Keck School of Medicine, from interdisciplinary AI partnerships that are accelerating transformative discoveries to our grassroots impact on our local communities. And I know our students had a chance to spend time in our community, which we absolutely value as an integral part of why we're here. President Kim, I present to you the class of 2029.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to see you all. Dean Meltzer, thank you so much for your kind introduction, and thank you for your exemplary leadership, integrity, and vision. We are so fortunate to benefit from it. And thank you to everyone, incoming medical students, and in particular, the family members, loved ones, and friends who are here to support them. We all know that without your love and support, they simply wouldn't be where they are today. So thank you, everyone. As Dean Meltzer mentioned, we are going through a period of unprecedented change across every single dimension. What you medical students will be learning over the next 4 years is going to be different from what you will one day be teaching your medical students. The therapies are going to be different, the protocols, the devices, the drugs. But there's one thing that won't change, and that is the calling to be a physician. And what that calling is ultimately about is service. Service to medicine, service to science, and service to your fellow human beings. Thank you so much for heeding that calling, and thanks to everyone in this auditorium for supporting it. Standing here today, and with all of you in the audience, we are actually part of a historical legacy that goes back to 1885. That's when the medical school of USC was first established, just 5 years after the establishment of the university itself. It was actually the very first medical school in the region, and it was housed in a former winery on Aliso Street downtown. I've never asked whether the medical students benefited from any leftover wine bottles that were in their building. But after that first, the medical school went on to achieve many other firsts. Just as an example, the first academic emergency medicine department, the first medical school to provide patient experiences to first-year medical students, and most recently, the first medical school to develop a street medicine program, allowing students and physicians to meet some of our most needy and vulnerable patients where they are, not just in the clinic. And as a result of all of these firsts, the Keck School of Medicine of USC is now globally recognized for its excellence, not just in medical education, but in pushing the boundaries of clinical excellence and in research discovery, in blindness, in Alzheimer's, in cancer, and so many other diseases. All of you are going to add your own firsts to this remarkable legacy. We're going to be teaching you over the next 4 years, but after that, you're going to be teaching us. And as you go on to have your extraordinary careers of service, we here at USC are going to be cheering you along every step of the way as members of our Trojan family. In closing, let me say this. Behind every white coat that's going to be presented today, there is so much perseverance, sacrifice, crying babies, and support from all of your loved ones. And we are so excited to be here today as you begin your extraordinary journeys. To all of our incoming medical students, congratulations and heal on. Thank you.
Thank you, President Kim. Our keynote speaker for today's ceremony is Dr. Isabel Edge. Dr. Edge is a clinical assistant professor in the Department of Family Medicine and the assistant director of the Primary Care Initiative at Keck. She completed her undergraduate degree at Stanford University, her MD degree at the University of California, San Francisco School of Medicine, and her residency at Stanford O'Connor Hospital in San Jose. As a family doctor, Dr. Edge cares for patients of all ages. She enjoys the wide variety of patients and health conditions she sees in her practice and has particular interests in pediatric care, women's health, chronic illness management, and the intersection between physical and mental health. Dr. Edge feels privileged to get to know patients, to form trusting, therapeutic relationships, and set meaningful, achievable health goals. She believes in optimizing patient understanding, satisfaction, and outcomes through health education, clear communication, and joint decision-making that considers each individual patient's preferences and life circumstances. Dr. Edge was selected by the graduating class of 2025 as the faculty recipient of the Leonard Toe Humanism in Medicine Award, presented annually by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation to a faculty member that is a mentor and exemplar of humanism in the care of patients and families. Please congratulate and welcome to the podium Dr. Isabel Edge.
Thank you. I'd like to echo and start by welcoming again the class of 2029 and your families and friends who we've all acknowledged have played a crucial role in supporting you and getting you to this point in your journey. I'm honored to be a part of your white coat ceremony. In just a few moments, you will receive your white coat and take the Keck Oath. Though the Keck Oath is modernized, it has its roots in the Hippocratic Oath, one of the most well-known components of which is the pledge to do no harm. The ancient and modern oaths, however, go beyond non-maleficence, aspiring to beneficence, to actively do good, which is what I would like to focus on today. Briefly, and at the risk of sounding like your elementary school English teacher, remember that there is a difference between doing well and doing good. You have all already done well. You studied, you achieved high scores on tests, you learned practical and creative skills that set you apart in a competitive application process. All of this doing well has brought you here, and you should be proud of what you have already accomplished. Now that you are here, ready to embark on the next phase of your training and your future career, it's time to do good. Doing good at the most basic level means making the world a better place. It's a cliche, but it's one that endures for a reason. A desire to make the world a better place is what brought many of us to medicine. There are a myriad of ways to make a positive impact in the world, of course, but many of us have come to understand that our interests and talents make medicine the best place for us to do that. Amid hard work and personal sacrifice, feeling that we have made a difference is the all-important key to avoiding burnout. It is what makes medicine a calling and not just a profession. So how do we do good? I would encourage you, as you go through medical school, residency, and beyond, to think about doing good at 3 levels: the individual, the community, and the system. The first, the individual level, is perhaps the most intuitive. We all have been or will be on the patient or caregiver side of the doctor-patient relationship and understand that a trusting, respectful relationship is important. What may not be immediately as obvious is that it can be equally or more important than the diagnosis and management of disease. I think of a patient I had during my residency named Linda. During our first visit, Linda reported heart palpitations, and on exam, though her pulse was regular, it was fast, averaging around 110 beats per minute at rest. I gathered additional history, I did an exam, and I recommended various tests, including some blood work and an EKG. She politely declined. I did my best to explain my reasoning and the potential risks of not investigating her condition further, but she still declined all labs, all studies, and referrals. At the end of the visit, I was confused and disappointed in myself, feeling like I hadn't done anything for her. A few months later, she came back, and we had a very similar conversation, culminating again in her declining all of my recommendations. We repeated this exercise about every few months for 3 years until I graduated. Despite my best efforts, I was never able to convince her to pursue further workup or to elucidate the reason behind her hesitation. Gradually, though, I came to understand that what she needed from me was not medicine in the traditional sense. She wanted a conversation and to be heard, not a diagnosis and to be treated. We developed a mutual respect and fondness. She repeatedly commented that she felt better at the end of each visit, and often her heart rate went down as well. I learned that even when I cannot treat a patient, I can do my best to heal them. In my current practice, I continue to see examples of how listening to and connecting with patients is therapeutic. As a family medicine doctor, I get the opportunity to form long-term relationships with patients and their families, to get to know them on a personal level, and to gain an understanding of their preferences and their values. This is why, just last week, my patient with newly diagnosed cancer came to me after his visit with the specialist. I am not an expert in the chemotherapy or surgical options that the oncologist was offering this patient. But amongst the medical team, I am the expert in the patient as a person. I know him, I care about him, I listen to him, and he trusts me. When the patient asked me, "What do you think I should do?" he was really asking me, "What decision do you think I would make, given who I am, if I had your medical knowledge?" These doctor-patient connections remain foundational, even as medical knowledge and technology change. An AI-driven algorithm can already diagnose and recommend appropriate treatment for many simple medical conditions. What it so far isn't good at is making patients feel seen and validated. That is our job and our privilege as physicians, and it improves both patient outcomes and physician satisfaction. We've talked a little bit about how doctors can make a difference for an individual, but they can also make a difference for a community. Regardless of specialty, we all have a responsibility to venture beyond the clinic walls or the hospital walls and learn about the challenges and resources that shape our patients' experiences. As an example, I was leading a group class for patients with diabetes at my first job out of residency, working in a safety net clinic in Northern California that served mostly Spanish-speaking immigrant farm workers. I was given a standardized curriculum to teach, including suggested recipes to help patients cook low-carb meals. However, many of the recipes relied on ingredients that were unfamiliar or unaffordable, and the class participants found them unpalatable or inaccessible. Based on feedback, we revamped the class involving health educators called promotoras from the local community and a volunteer local chef who created recipes based on ingredients from a free community garden and a local discount grocery store. Class participation rose dramatically and blood sugar levels dropped, leading to better controlled diabetes. As doctors, we have expertise that can help educate and improve the health of the community. And one of our roles is to reach out to community members and leaders to share our knowledge. It's equally important that in that process, we recognize and harness the wisdom of the communities that we serve and work with these communities as equal partners. Finally, as a physician, you can do good at the systems level, whether local, state, or national. In many ways, the United States is a leader in healthcare. We have some of the best trained doctors, the most up-to-date treatments, and the most cutting-edge research in the world. However, our healthcare system is also fragmented, inequitable, and expensive. Recent changes in laws and spending are expected to restrict access to healthcare for our most vulnerable populations and slow the pace of critical health-related research. As doctors, we are in a position of privilege, and I strongly believe that it is our duty to speak on behalf of those whose voices are often not heard. I think of another patient of mine, Mia, who was suffering from severe postpartum depression. She'd had insurance during her pregnancy, but at that time, pregnancy Medi-Cal coverage ended 8 weeks after delivery. Mia was overwhelmed with caring for her new baby, tearful in the exam room, and unable to get the counseling and support she needed. Even now, in a well-resourced system like Keck, my patients with expensive insurance plans frequently cannot access therapy without paying out of pocket, which is often prohibitively expensive. Poor access to mental health care is a daily frustration in primary care and can have serious consequences for patients' health. It's a complex problem, but at least part of the cause is the way insurance classifies and reimburses mental health care. While I cannot control the system directly, what I can do is advocate for my patient. I can take the extra time to fill out the prior authorizations, everyone's favorite. I can call the insurance company with my patient during her visit to help her navigate the red tape. I can work with the health system leadership to push for therapists to be integrated into primary care clinics for easier access. And I can educate state and national legislators and lobby them to include mental health care as a foundational covered service. The white coat you are about to don opens a lot of doors. I would encourage you to find a door connected to an issue you are passionate about and to enter the room where decisions are made. It has been my experience that striving to do good at each of these levels can mitigate some of the challenges we all face, both large and small. I am not a morning person. My family's here, they can attest to that. And more than once, when I've had to get up early in the morning to round on a patient in the ICU or to deliver a baby, I've thought, why did I choose a job where I have to wake up so early? Similar thoughts occur to me when I feel like I'm drowning in paperwork or finding it impossible to get my patient the specialist they need. But then I see my patient. I talk to the family of the dying patient in the ICU to ensure the patient is dying with dignity, or I help bring new life into the world on the labor and delivery floor and congratulate the parents. And I am 100% confident that I am exactly where I am supposed to be. All of this may sound like a lot of responsibility, but it's also an opportunity. It's no secret that in medicine, the hours are often long and the work can be hard. But they are hours well spent, and it is work that matters. We all need a sense of purpose to feel fulfilled, and for many of us, the practice of medicine can help provide that. I feel immensely fortunate to love what I do and to find meaning in my work every day. I wish the same for all of you, and I look forward to journeying with you towards that end during your time at Keck. Thank you for the honor of addressing you today. Congratulations again, and good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Edge, for your holistic and compassionate approach to caring for our patients and serving as a wonderful role model for our students and your colleagues. So thanks to Dr. Itam Shah-Milgram, we have the chance to present an award to the faculty or staff member at Keck who exemplifies compassionate care that is at the core of our values. The Etz Shah-Milgram Tree of Life Award of Compassionate Care. This award was established in 2014 by Dr. Milgram, clinical professor of family medicine and pediatrics and a Keck alumnus, and his family, as a signature program to recognize members of Keck Medicine of UFC who strive to improve the lives and health of patients in our communities through compassionate, patient-centered care and with integrity, excellence, respect, and empathy. I'm pleased to be joined by Dr. Milgram in presenting the Etz Shah-Milgram Tree of Life of Compassionate Care Award to our Associate Dean for Student Affairs and Associate Professor of Pediatrics and Medical Education, Dr. Gregory Harlan. Dr. Harlan and Dr. Milgram, please come forward. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Donna Elliott, and I have the honor of serving as the Vice Dean for Medical Education. At Keck, we have long recognized the importance of the doctor-patient relationship. Our students begin to have contact with patients from the very beginning of their first year through our Introduction to Clinical Medicine course, and patient care is a cornerstone of our institution. Our conducting a white ceremony today reflects an ethic at our school that spans more than 100 years. As we continue this tradition at the Keck School of Medicine, I would like to summarize the origins of this event. The first ceremony of this type took place in 1993 in New York at the Columbia College of Physicians and Surgeons. This ceremony was founded with support from the Arnold P. Gold Foundation to foster professionalism and humanism and to place renewed emphasis on the doctor-patient relationship. Shortly thereafter, medical schools across the country adopted similar ceremonies. It is helpful to reflect on this historical ceremony in times like the present when medicine faces ongoing challenges and change. It is an exciting time to be a physician, and each year, the best young people our nation produces choose to attend medical school, to dedicate themselves to the service of others, and to support and preserve the profession's ideals. We have now reached the point in today's ceremony where we celebrate our students' entry into the profession of medicine. Dr. Kevin Fung, Assistant Dean for Admissions, will present the class of 2029. Dr. Bennery, Senior Associate Dean for Medical Education, and Dr. Gregory Harlan, Associate Dean for Student Affairs, will coat the students. And Dean Meltzer will congratulate and receive each student for a photograph before returning to their seat. I would like to ask the first row of students to please rise and proceed to your left up the ramp to be coated. The following rows will continue in the same manner.
Maria Abdel Monaim. Christopher An. Parsa Akbari. Jacob Al Husseini. Caitlin Delilah Alvarado. Nadine Victoria Agnel. Eileen Atasoy. Sona Ava Nasian. Ryan Ali Barani. Noor Banam Hanona. Annie Antanda Bisego. Sabina Budames. Natalie Boyd. Maya Brower Cohen. Natalie Bowie. McKenna Burnham. Andres Caballero. Ethan Cabasa. Kathy Casillas. Heather Chang. Marcus Chang. Ira Chaturvedi. Alexander Chen. Andrew Chen. Emily Chen. Emma Chen. Kyle Chen. Minwoo Cho. Charlotte Peterson Clulo. Kyle Coker. Ari Cohen. Joshua Condry. Nicole DaCosta. Jaden Dangchan. Siddharth Dedia. Zachary John DeZ. Ion Ekram. Oh. Did we get one out of order? Charles Dang. So sorry. Dang, there you go. Thank you. Angela Estelle. Semra Estefanos. Gabriela Estrella Ledesma. Yusuf Fakori. Christina Foreman. Rachel Cameron Fox. Michael Friedman. And Masiolu Gomero. Madeline Bell Garcia. Earl Garovello. Stephanie Gayton. Elaine Balu. Alec Gerges. Samantha Getz. Elia Golme. Laura Golme. Talia Ginsberg. Leonardo Gonzalez. Michelle Angela Gunawan. Catherine Howe. James Hartford. Lindsay Hassifis. Layla Hayes. Yusuf Hindi. Harad Husseini. Gianna Hubbard. Saw. Chikose Ibe. Haley Ivanson. Abigail Johannek. Arush Joshi. Minju Kang. Naomi Curl. Nathan Youngbae Kim. River Knowles. Bhuvan Kemoneni. Ashna Kumar. Derek Lee. Matthew June Lee. Samuel Lee. Samuel Liu. Avery Longden. Bradley Louie. Adam Ludwig. Megan Liu. Shayan Mahmood. Brian Mead. Flamon Melku. Nathan Moy. Emmanuel Murayuki. Kenneth Wynn. Victoria Olivas. Jason Osanma. John Payne. Simon Park. Anshuman Patnayak. Zacharias Pedrasa. Ryan Phillips. George Phillips. Aparna Pillai. Sarah Rao. Eber Rivera. Luke Roberto. Joshua Robertson. Jose Alejandro Salvaterria. Okay. Najeen Samadari. Mina Amelia Hasagawa Seals. Adam Sina. Rohan Singh. Nardos Samuel Solomon. Austin Sun. Sham Sundaram. Brian Sido. Michelle Tang. James Seram Tete. David Villaseñor. Giovanni Ariel Trejos. Andrew Vu. Gabriel West. Teresa Yeo. Jonathan Yu. Jessica Zhu. And Brolin Zamolin. That's it.
Congratulations. I would now like to ask all students to please rise for the recitation of the Keck Oath. Students, please refer to your program and repeat after me. I swear by whatsoever I hold most dear that I will respect the scientific gains of the physicians in whose steps I walk. And gladly share with those who are to follow. I will remember that there is art to medicine as well as science. And that warmth, sympathy, and understanding may at times outweigh all else. I will not be ashamed to say I do not know. Nor will I fail to call in my colleagues when the skill of others is needed for a patient's well-being. I will respect the privacy of my patients, for their problems are not for the world to know. I will prevent disease whenever I can, for prevention is preferable to cure. I will protect the environment which sustains us, in the knowledge that human health requires it. I will remember that I am a member of society, with obligations to my fellow human beings, and the community that extends beyond my pursuit of medicine. Now, if I keep this oath and break it not, may I enjoy honor in my life and art for all time. Congratulations. We have reached the end of the white coat ceremony. I know this has been a momentous occasion for the students, family members, and friends who are here today. I want to thank you all for coming. Please join us for a reception immediately following the ceremony outside of the auditorium. Audience, please remain seated until the platform and the student recessional is complete. We hope you will have a wonderful afternoon, and thank you again for joining us today.